I don't know, but for some reason Allah called me to basically make this video. I just came from the masjid. Right now it's like 9:07 p.m. I just prayed Maghrib and Isha as well. But you know, for the longest time, like, I've walked away from my faith and being an unbeliever, a non-believer, for some weird reason, because I didn't see proof, you know what I mean? And I was just constantly in my head, anxiety, things like that, like blaming the world for every problem I've had. But it was until Ramadan, you know, the last Ramadan, before this one, wait, that was like 2025 or 2024. It went really bad, honestly. I was a complete degenerate that Ramadan. And there are some things I don't even want to say here because if my family see this, they'll be really, really disappointed. But just so you know, like, the Ramadan before the 2026 Ramadan, it was horrible. I was a complete degenerate. Like, it didn't even feel like it was Ramadan, even though I was fasting, but it wasn't intentional. And that's one thing you gotta realize. Like, I don't care if you're a Christian or Muslim or like any other religion that you worship, right? You have to do every single thing with intention. And whenever I lacked intention, I didn't get the benefits of it. Like the last, like the Ramadan before 2025 Ramadan, like, there was no benefit. And if you're a Christian watching this, like, in case you don't know like what Ramadan is basically like a holy month, you know, for Muslims. And I'm not against Christians at all. I have a lot of Christian brothers, bro. Like, I love them to death as well, because man, like, faith is what matters. I don't care. Like, I don't even argue with people about, like, you know, oh, this is God, oh yeah, Allah is there's only one Allah, there's only this, there's only that. Like, there's no point of arguing. As long as you have faith, you're doing good deeds, that is what matters. That is why I don't judge my Christian brothers. My closest friend right now, right, Arto Azevedo, if you're watching this, shout out to you as well. He has like 40k subscribers almost, I think. He basically makes Christian videos, and I like his videos. Sometimes I do watch them, you know, because he's spreading knowledge, right? And that's one thing I used to lack when I was younger, when I was like around like 12. I saw like Christianity as like a bad religion. But anyways, this video is not solely about like one religion. It's just about like the calling I felt like I was called to basically just film this video. You know, my goal right now was to basically go to bed. And because it's 9 p.m. right now, I usually wake up at 4 a.m. now to basically pray Fajr, right? Because Fajr are like, I think 4:21. I don't know that the time changes in the US, but after this I gotta go to bed, right? Check off my boxes and go to bed and wake up at 4 and start all over again. But I felt like I had to film this video before going to bed, and that is why I'm doing it. And if you're a person right now that feels lost, like, I promise you, like, get into faith. If you're struggling with the bad habits, like, you know, gooning, playing video games too much, like thinking that like your life does not have any freaking purpose, like you're not heading anywhere, even if you do have a goal but you feel like you're not getting the results you want, brother, get into faith. I don't care what you worship. Like I said, I don't care what you worship. Just get into faith. Have someone above you that you believe in. If you're Muslim, that is of course Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? Right now, like, before I was very, very serious with my faith, which was like this year, 2026, like, I used to idolize, like, you know, these celebrities, you know what I mean? I used to idolize like professional soccer players, like the Ronaldos, call them like my idol. So embarrassing. I even had that on my bio before. Like, what a shame. When I'm supposed to be idolizing the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. My name is in fact Muhammad, but I don't even go by Muhammad too much because there's a lot of Muhammads. But how blessed am I to even have that name? So people just call me Mo online, but the people in person just call me by my last name, Dia. But you can call me Mo, Dia, Muhammad, like whatever that you can remember my name with. And I know this video is kind of different from the usual videos I make. Like, this one is genuinely coming from the heart. And you know, the other videos, sometimes I have like my shirt off, you know what I mean? I just, yeah, that's just passion, you know what I mean? I just loving, like, you know, what I've built and inspire others. Maybe that's even against, like, you know, the religion, I don't even know, right? And anything I say here, bro, it's not like I'm perfect with this. Like I said, right, I've walked away from my faith. I'm just getting back into this again, locked in on it, because I have seen what it actually did for me. Because Ramadan was my absolute prime. I was an absolute killer during Ramadan. I would wake up every single day, conquer the whole day the moment I wake up, and now I feel like I have done something difficult. Allah gave me this bravery, and that was because of Ramadan. And because of that data, before Ramadan, I was slacking off. I had a girlfriend as well. It was kind of distracting a little bit, but I was slacking off. Like, you know, I was just half-assing every little thing. But during Ramadan, well, I felt like I was in my freaking prime. I was a lot smarter. Maybe it's because I'm fasting, of course, right? Because when there's less food like being digested in your system, you get more brain clarity. Because, bro, when food is digesting, it takes hella mental energy, in case you do not know. But I felt like I was in my prime, like literally. I got better at talking with the on the camera, but before that, bro, like I would stumble over my words, every little sentence. But Ramadan, I recorded my first long form YouTube video. Like it did well, decently for my subscribers, right? I'm almost at 500 subscribers. So if you're a subscriber of mine watching this, I appreciate you, brother. Like genuinely, for the bottom of my heart, this is all I wanted. I mean, I do still stumble over my words, you know what I mean? But because I'm a naturally like quick speaker and I have an accent as well, so yeah. But Allah showed me like without him I will not reach my full potential. So I had to return to him. And even after I had returned to him, I went to Ramadan like, you know, semen retention for the whole 30 days. I think so. I'm not sure about the last 3 days, but I'm not gonna think about, yeah, I think 27-ish days if I'm to be honest with myself. But still, actually that was the Ramadan before. This Ramadan, semen retention for the whole freaking 30 days. So I'm proud of myself for that, right? And after that, like I got back, like, you know, with my girl, and you guys already know, but I'm happy about her. I'm not with her anyways. Like I'm not with her anymore, I mean, anyways, right? And she wasn't religious at all, and she converted to Islam as well after Ramadan, because I told her that, like, yeah, Allah has helped me a lot and things like that. She didn't do it because of me, she said, though. I think her dad was Muslim, but we broke up, you know. Even that, I felt like, you know, that was Allah's decision as well. I was like, man, I'm just being called to like break up with this. I don't know. I don't feel like this was going to work out long term. You know what I mean? So I had to end it, and it was embarrassing. It was humiliating. I was literally like, as embarrassing as this sounds, like I was literally crying, because it's someone I genuinely cared about. You know, we've been together for like a year, and I think three or 2 months after like I basically made it official to basically make her my girlfriend, and a few months later after Ramadan the next month, I just have to decide to end it because all of us were busy. Like I realized, like, you know, I'm not there for her that much. You know, I feel like I wasn't the one for her. I just wanted to basically not waste her time, so I just let it go. And now I'm all by myself, and ever since I left her, I've gotten closer to Allah even more, and I'm so glad she converted to Islam. I hope she's still practicing. I wonder if she still watches my videos. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't think she's that type of person. I mean, we did unfollow each other and whatnot. But this video is not about my relationship, but I just wanted to share that as well. Wherever she is, may Allah bless her, and yeah. But brother, if you're struggling with like lust, right, which I still do struggle with, I get the temptations, you know, we're men, right? But I don't give in to it because I'm closer to Allah. I'm praying every single day. I'm about to go get to bed right now, prepare for 4 a.m, pray Fajr, right? Same thing. Just get back to faith, believe in it. You will fight these battles, these temptations a lot easier. That is what I felt like I had to, like, you know, spit out to this video. I'm not gonna keep it too long. It's almost 10 p.m. and I gotta wake up early. And if you're a person that feels lost, you're not making progress, it doesn't matter what your goal is, like whether it's building your dream physique, getting in the best shape of your life, starting a business, wishing that like you could become rich by this car, whatever your problems are, get into faith. I don't talk about this a lot on my short form videos, but at some point I feel like I'll start preaching this. But like I said, I'm not perfect, right? I'm still practicing. I'm seeing where like this will absolutely take me, you know, because I'm nowhere close to where I want to go, and every single day I'm praying to Allah to basically humble me, not in a bad way, but like, you know, basically align me to the man that I'm supposed to become. I'm supposed to be living like, so I can eventually become that man capable of achieving my dreams. But I'm gonna keep this video short, and that is all I have for this video. If you've watched till the end, I appreciate you watching from the bottom of my heart. Right now, a lot of people who watch a video that is unedited, there's no cuts, there's no music until the end. And may Allah bless you, and if you're a Christian, may God bless you, whatever religion. I hope you're at peace, brother. That is all I have. And check out my Instagram at 4 a.m. whenever I wake up. Around 5, I do my 50 push-ups. I post it on my Instagram stories. Men are appreciating it. It's been holding them accountable. I basically preach a lot about being grateful, and also, like, you know, having a good mindset, how I overcome like mental hurdles, even lost, how I overcome all of these things. I post it there to inspire other men, because it is selfish of me to not share that. But that is all I have. Once again, I hope you guys have a good night.